People, how's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Hey, yo, check this out. So first, I have a lot of shit that I want to say in regards to the music industry just in general. And I wanted to have a music industry conversation today. And just in general, just so we be clear. I think I don't got this shit stand correct. Some shit, this shit don't look like it's the right height. Look like one of these legs is over. I might be able to those legs aren't on. Anyway, with that being said, I think we should start a petition. We need this Hoochie Daddy song. We need that song to come out. Look, these women have all of these songs that they twerk to, right? We need to start having songs that we can reverse twerk to. You know what I'm saying? We need to have some song that we could go out there and we could put on that could be our equivalent to fucking Megan the fucking Stallion. We need this song. I'm just saying. From real standpoint. So anyway, for everybody that don't know, Bobby Shmurda came out. He's pissed because they're not dropping the song. The song was supposed to drop last night. For whatever the reason is, they decided to not drop the song apparently. And we need this song. I mean, I'm single right now. But there's going to be a point that I'm not going to be single. And I want to have the opportunity to turn that fucking song and do some Hoochie Daddy dances. I've been practicing. I'm trying to tell you, man. We need this shit. We need this song, and we need the song now. Who's he signed with? Let's get a petition going. Let's get a GoFundMe going. Let's get something going. Somebody call Warner Brothers. I don't even know if they're involved in this. They could probably do something. Somebody call somebody. We need something to happen and shit, man. Why they fucking with Bobby Shmurda, man? He did his time. I don't understand. This shit is just absolutely confusing to me. Also, I want to discuss YSL. I want to discuss that whole conversation. I want to get back to that. It is hot as shit in here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to get back to that conversation in regarding YSL. I want to have that conversation also just so we can be clear. But there's something else I want to tell you about. Give me 1 second. Let me go get my phone. I ain't nothing but a Hoochie Daddy. Come on, man. Why can't we have a song? Know what I'm saying? Them women got all those songs about how they go out there and they doing their thing. Why can't we have a song like that? I'm just saying. Real shit. Hold on. I got something I want to talk to you about real quick. First of all, I am not a Trump advocate. We doing roll call at the 5-minute mark. I am not a Trump advocate at all. But you gotta respect some of the shit that this dude do. You understand what I'm saying? Some of the shit that this dude do, you gotta respect. I'm gonna play this clip right here, and I'm gonna tell you what I heard after I play the clip. I'm gonna play the clip, and I'm gonna ask you what y'all heard. I want y'all to tell me what y'all heard. Let me play the clip closer to roll call. I got something else to play also. Hold on. I want to play something from Steven Jackson. So I want to explain something. Steven Jackson fucked up. That whole O Block thing he did, he messed up. Somebody spoke to him at some point and said, yo, look, homie, you can't do that. The thing that you think that you did was so great, it really isn't. First of all, how much are you worth? Like $20 million? You gave $1,000. That's like the equivalent of me going outside and giving somebody $1 and then speaking about how, not even $1, equivalent of me going outside giving somebody 50 cents and filming it. I'll give somebody a quarter and I'm filming it, talking about what you're doing for the hood. That's like the equivalent. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one. Stop. Two, you're supposed to be an example. You're not supposed to go to the hood, homie, and help to perpetuate the foolishness. So you're not supposed to go there on that energy. The whole energy he went there was wrong. So this is how he's trying to rectify the situation. Hold on, let me get the speak on. He effed up. We're gonna push roll call back for a second because I want to play these two pieces for y'all real quick. He effed up. He did some clown shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to be down. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I have a bad habit of I'm never really trying to be down. So sometimes people think I don't fuck with them, but I do. You understand what I'm saying? Or somebody might think that I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But I really do fuck with you. It's just that I'm just not one of them niggas that's trying to be down. You understand what I'm saying? That's just not my energy. So hold on, let me play this real quick.
No gas. Hey, this is my question to the world and all these youngsters that's in the NBA. Hey, bro, shooting at somebody is not a good feeling. Being shot at is not a good feeling. So why y'all wait till y'all get money and want to start rapping about shooting and shooting down people and all this when y'all ain't come from that? None of y'all came from it. But y'all want to rap about all these drugs that y'all didn't grow up doing. Like, when does this become cool? I know the rappers, the Marquise Davises, the Baron Davis, when they rapped about stuff that they really been through. No gas. Why y'all good kids that's raised by y'all mom and dad want to get in the NBA and start rapping about shooting people and shooting guns? When y'all know nothing about that, bro. Make your money and rap about some shit you know about. That's crazy.
Okay, so I just want to point this out. One thing, he's not wrong. He is correct. But I want to point this out because this is what people like to do when they just don't want to admit that they're wrong about something. This is what people do when they just don't want to apologize. They bring some whole other situation in about how they're actually correct about something. First of all, homie, I don't care what these dudes is rapping about. You went to O Block. You went to a place where people are actually getting murdered and killed and where the police have under constant surveillance. And we went to a very dangerous area. And then you also tried to perpetuate the stereotypes that's there by talking about, yo, what are you doing for the hood and this and this and that and that and that and this. And talking about basically how you're pulling up and how you checking in. No, you were supposed to go there with resources. You wasn't even supposed to go there with money. You're supposed to go there with resources and a mission, homie. You went there with none. It's my window open, my window wide open. You went there. You're supposed to go there with resources. That you're supposed to go there with. You went there with money. You're supposed to go there with resources and a mission. So, shout out to this message that you just put out. I appreciate it, and you're not wrong. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be given an apology for something that you was wrong about. And instead, you point out how other people need to be given an apology. Those are narcissistic traits. If I'm wrong, tell me where I'm wrong. With that being said, he needs to just apologize. Or at least say that he made a misstep. That's it. You don't even got to always be like, you just say you made a misstep. You know what I'm saying? That's not necessarily what your intent was. Maybe your intent was something else. Explain what your intent was. We need to know. I want to just play this from Trump real quick. Please listen to this guy.
Can't say it. And if you broke the...
Just so you know what he's talking about, this is September 7th. This is the day after, January 7th, the day after January 6th, the day after the situation happened at the Capitol. Listen to this guy.
Can't say that. I'm not going. I already said you will pay. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defied the seat of destiny. It's defiled, right? See, I can't see it very well. But this election is now over. Congress has certified the results. I don't want to say the election's over. I just want to say Congress has certified the results without saying the election's over, okay? I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack yesterday. Yesterday is a hard word for me. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote.
I'm going to tell you why I don't really like this guy. Don't get it confused, but I fuck with him. You want to know why I fuck with Trump? He's refusing to throw his people under the bus. His people still with him. Still with him. His people still with him. His people followed their orders, did their commands. He shot the word out and they did what they were supposed to do. And that nigga stuck with him. That's how it's supposed to be. People always think, pardon me, let me rewind that. You have individuals that try to destroy a platform or a person or an entity. And the first thing that they need to do is try to make sure that the community start having unrealistic expectations. So once you create an unrealistic expectation, therefore the individual or the company or the entity, they can never do anything right because the expectation is already unrealistic. So even if the individual do as good as anybody else or do even a little bit better than anybody else, the expectations are already so high that they can never be met. So it's always going to be like, so what else do you got? Since his people aren't holding him to that, whatever he get done, they accept it and they understand that he is trying to get everything done, but he can't get everything done. But one thing I will say about Trump, he tries to get everything done. And his people acknowledge it and he stick by them. You gotta respect that. And as soon as his people cross that line and stop sticking by them, he throw the motherfuckers to the wolves. Tell me where the lie at. You're not supposed to stick by people that's not sticking by you. That's what the enemy is always going to want you to believe. That when people stop showing you loyalty, you still have to show them loyalty because 2 or 3 years ago, they took you on vacation. 2 or 3 years ago. So now they can disrespect you all they want. They could destroy your life. They could do whatever they want to you because they did a good thing for you a couple of years ago. So now you owe them forever. You're their slave. With that being said, let's do roll call. Shout out to Arthur D. Glass. He's laughing all of the things. We need that Hoochie Daddy song. I don't know what anybody's talking about. This is Friday. I wanted to have a light conversation. But I do also know that you guys want to discuss some of the actual topics. So that's why we have YSL up there, just so we could be clear. But generally speaking, this is an open forum this morning. What up to the few? He says, yeah. What up, my brother? How you doing? Shout out to the Arthur D. Glass. He said, thank God it's Friday. Then saying salute. BBN, Jack, doing all of the things. Shout out to El Perez. He said, salute, Froze, BBN family. Let's be great, everyone. And whenever we helping somebody be in the best them that they could be, in that moment, we be in the best us that we could be. So go out there and be great. That's right. God first. Mind, body, and souls dropping all of those froze. Definitely appreciate you, baby girl. How you doing today? I, for one, am happy that we got a lot of the pretty in the building because you here. Shout out to King Will. He says, BBN, fam, froze, salute. Salute, my brother. Mind, body, and soul dropping all of those froze. Blessed one said, Stephen is strange. I was just actually watching some YouTube on the Doctor Strange movie. Rude, don't nobody see them dots. Jones says salute, BB and family froze. Salute to you, my brother. Salute to all of you and yours. Blessed one said he was out there getting extorted to cost him more than $1,000 for a toy drive. He's capped. Look, my point is this. Him showing up with $1,000 is nothing. That's nothing to him. His expenses in a day is probably like $5,000, $10,000. You understand? That $1,000 was nothing. You can't extort a buck out of me. You understand? You ask me for $1, you can't extort $1 out of me. If I don't give it, or I give it. If I like you at all, it's a fucking $1. Especially if I got millions of them. Why am I not going to give you $1? Even if you're acting like a weirdo. I got millions of them. I can give you $1. You can't do nothing to me. What the fuck? At least that's my perception of the situation. I'm not saying he wasn't. It's $1,000. This guy's a superman. This guy's worth like $20 million. It was $1,000. That cannot be extortion. It's no money. Shout out to Blizz Lanes. No money for him. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying for me. For him, that's no money. I'm not saying no money for you. I'm saying for him. Blizz Lane says, good morning, Frost. BBN community. Salute, my brother. Hope everything's going well with you and yours. I wanted to have a conversation about this because this is something that people really don't get and really don't understand. These artists are forced to make the music that other people want them to make. They're forced to make the music that the record label wants them to make. Remember a couple of years ago, I think it was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I was in a conversation with somebody that I went to school with. I'm not going to call their name because I'm not trying to be disrespectful. So I was in a conversation with somebody that I went to school with. This person is an extremely intelligent individual, just so we can be clear. I think they were just trying to take the opposing viewpoint that I was having, and they was trying to make a point, but the point that they was trying to make, I'm not saying isn't a good point. I'm just trying to say that this wasn't a good opportunity to express that point. And I wish I would have been more clear on that at the time that I was speaking with them. But that was my feeling. I didn't think that they didn't have an actual point. They had an actual point. I just think that they were trying to cram their point into a situation that it didn't relate to. That I wish I would have been able to. I wish I would have expressed myself in that manner when we was having the conversation, just so we could be clear. So their point is that the music that's coming out is the fault of these new rappers. Why they put music out like that? Why don't they put out KRS-One type music or music where we're speaking positivity? And he brought up a point that KRS-One had recently released an album and nobody bought it. And what I was trying to explain is that what you have to understand, payola and things like that exist. So what happens is the record labels and the people that's in power, they want certain music to be put out for whatever their reasons are. And if you don't make that type of music, they don't put your music out. And if you are like a regular underground artist or some shit like that, you won't get the visibility to get nationwide. You might have to just stay pretty regional because of the type of the music that you're putting out. You're not going to have the visibility. So I'm trying to explain that a lot of this has to deal with marketing. A lot of this has to deal with bigger business, not just the little artists, because there are artists that put out a lot of music that we find to be destructive. And if they had the opportunity to put out informative music, and if they had the opportunity to put out rebel music, the best recourse I could say, the best example I could give of rebel music ever is I'm gonna give two examples. The first BDP album, and the first NWA album. They put out rebel music. We consider it to be gangster rap, but it's really rebel music. Stop letting people mislabel the songs. It's really rebel music, right? When you're speaking about opposing oppression, where am I wrong? If the song is about opposing oppression, it's rebel music. If the song is about perpetuating nonsensical violence, it's gangster rap or drill music. There's a difference. Anyway, I digress. That's why I don't like when people say there's always been violence in rap, and then they say, look at the NWA. And I say, you just didn't know what you was listening to. That's what I say. Tupac, that's not gangster rap, that's rebel music. Why you think you love him? You love Tupac because he's a rebel. You don't love Tupac because he's a gangster. Almost everything that Tupac did that you consider to be gangster shit, he was just rebelling. He was going against the fucking grain. Tupac is the dude that saw some black folk being harassed by some people who hopped out the whip and shot him. And they had just happened to be police. That's not easy to be. I got a cousin. The dude, I don't really want to get too involved in it. He locked up right now because over some whole different shit. But he beat a federal case basically because he shot some feds. They didn't identify themselves and they rolled down on him. And he lit them up. This is facts. 3 of them. He lit them up. And he beat that shit. So there's gangster shit and then there's rebel shit. And it has to do with why you were doing what you was doing. My cousin was doing some gangster shit. He wasn't doing no rebel shit. I'm not gonna get into it. He was just doing some gangster shit somewhere, and it was just time. Everybody upped it. That's all I can tell you. Trying to tell you. When we break into cinema, man. When we break into cinema, whoo! We get our foot in that door, whoo! You don't got no ideas. You just don't understand. When we put foot in the door, you don't understand. You think you understand. You understand. You're gonna understand why the people that don't want me to win don't want me to win. That's why you're gonna understand. The person that they all getting their orders from used to sit around and talk to the person about my plans, and they used to think it was impossible. And then there was a point when they realized, yo, my nigga, all that shit you be talking about, you could do. And I was like, yeah. And then we had falling out. So they trying to help everybody stop me. And they know what kind of hard I am. They know that if you fuck with me, when I get to where I'm going, I'm gonna fuck with you. So they trying to make everybody stop fucking with me. So it's like you trying to say, stop listening to these niggas. Cause I'm gonna get there. And when I get there, you're gonna be like, oh man, I didn't know. And I'm like, I told you though. I hate when I forget that name of the damn app I'm looking for. Wait. So they was trying to contact me. God dang it! Oh! Oh! This close! Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. This close! That's like having a bubblegum machine and I only give you one piece out of the whole machine. Yeah, exactly. He didn't give him nothing. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't give him nothing. So that's what I'm trying to explain. Like, people don't really understand what's going on. What's up to your boy Jimmy Belcher? Tell Tina I said hi. Everybody that know this close. And they love to look. Let's go. Boom. What we doing? What we doing? Ah! Damn! Whew. I can't tell y'all. Anyway, we working on stuff. With that being said, get back to the actual conversation. So listen and pay attention. These record labels control the narrative of the music that comes out. So I want you to hear Bobby Shmurda real quick. Listen to this. You tell me they tried to call me twice. Hold on, I want to listen to this shit real quick.
Shalom, what's going on, brother? It is
Okay, not that guy. Boom. Whew. I'm going to put this in our chat. I need to show y'all something. What happened, though, it happened right before the show last night. So I missed it. And I was just a little bit late when I responded. But I want to put this into the chat so our people can understand just when I say this close. Copy? This close. Damn! I put it in the chat so you can understand. This close. Jack, let's go. Anyway, let's get back to the conversation. Go check it out. Everybody go check it out in the chat. Go look in the chat. Go look. I just responded back too late because we was doing the show. I missed it because we was doing the show. It came at 9:01. I was preparing for the show. I missed it. See what I mean by when I do the Tonight Show every night, it's not always in my best benefit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't be capping. People be thinking I be capping because they be listening to the niggas that don't know nothing about me. Them niggas been lying to themselves for so long that there's no way in the world. These niggas be lying to themselves for so long that there's no way in the world. You understand what I'm saying? That they can know anything about me. They just perpetuating weirdo ass lies. You ever seen some niggas that lie to themselves and they just go lie to each other, lie to each other, lie to each other, lie to each other? That's all they do. You niggas know. Nobody else don't know. You niggas know. Now you see why the old admins hate, because the old admins used to see all of this type of shit coming, and then something that happened because some of them was sabotaging me. You understand what I'm saying? This is just something that they can't, that nobody can sabotage right now. Get it? You get it? I want to tell the world so bad, but I'm not. I want to tell the world so bad, but I'm not. Arthur D. Glass, go look in our chat. Arthur D. Glass, go look in our chat. Give you a minute. Arthur D. Glass, go looking up. Fuck it, Illy. I'm gonna keep the show going because I don't know if he's gonna go look in the chat, so he don't know what I'm trying to tell him because he has not looked there yet. There you go. You looked. This close. This close. No, I have a different response back from them that I didn't post in there. I will explain it later. Can you just have faith that the thing that I'm telling you is the thing that I'm telling you, so I don't have to explain all the time. Just please just have faith that the thing that I'm telling you is the thing that I'm telling you. Oh, what the way. You don't even know what I'm talking about. What you can know is being an excuse. You don't even know what I'm talking about. You don't even know what we're talking about. You have no idea what we're talking about. How could you know anything about anything? You don't even know what we're talking about. Nobody knows what we're talking about but 3 people. What the fuck are you talking about? Yo, we got Team Slurp in the house. The devil has sent Team Slurp. What do y'all want to talk about today? I'm just talking about the regular people in here. Do y'all want to get on the YSL conversation, or do y'all want to talk about something else? I got shit I got to do today, so if y'all don't really want to talk about nothing, I'm fine with it. Because like, that's how I feel when these niggas show up. Because once these niggas show up, everybody stop talking and y'all just want to see what they got to say to me. So once these niggas show up, I'll be ready to go. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because the only niggas that's gonna talk to me now, right? I'm being honest. Only niggas that's gonna talk to me, right? I said all the shit I wanted to say. I got that shit out in the first, like, 14 minutes of the video. We 28 minutes in. So I done got everything I want to say out. At this point, I'm only here to talk with you niggas. So if you niggas don't want to talk, we could go. Remember, I don't make money off of these shows. I'm literally only in here to talk and hang out with you niggas. I don't make money off of these shows. These shows don't do nothing for me except for me be here talking to you niggas. So if you niggas don't want to talk to me, there's literally no reason for me to be here. You understand? I just come on because this is what I do. I come here, I get all of my information. I got the shit out in the first 17, 18 minutes of the video. Like, I think I was like at the 14-minute mark. I said everything I wanted to say. If y'all want to chop it up and stay talking. We stay talking, and if not, I'm gonna go about my day. Gotta go get some mops. I gotta mop. I need new mops, so I'm gonna be mopping and cleaning today. And thinking about going to the laundry. So that's my plans. I'm just saying what it is. If y'all don't want to talk to me, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy talking with y'all guys. I love doing the show. But if nobody likes the show except for me, what the fuck? I'm the only guy that likes the show. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm the only guy that likes the show, apparently. Like me and like 6 people. YSL update, you think Gunna and Thugger? Them dudes is done. They been done. They was done before they got locked up. The reason in which why they're done is because it looks to me like Thug might have been actually helping them at some point and been part of whatever they fucking shit going on is. I played something for y'all the other day and I don't think y'all realize why I played it. Do y'all remember when I played that clip from this idiot? I saved that shit, right? Oh, fuck. I deleted that shit off my phone already just to save space. I might have did that also. Do you remember when I played the clip from fucking this idiot? There he goes.
Law enforcement. I didn't know that either, did it? I worked for the Port Law Enforcement. I didn't know that either, did it? I spent time at Quantico at the FBI training school. I worked for the Port Law Enforcement. I didn't know that either, did it? I spent time at Quantico at the FBI training school. Y'all know I was an agent. I worked for the Port Law Enforcement. I didn't know that either, did it? I spent time at Quantico at the FBI training school. Y'all know I was an agent.
I'm gonna explain something that y'all don't get. A lot of these dudes that y'all think is out here just saying absolutely insane shit because they're saying insane shit, a lot of the insane shit be mixed in with real shit. A lot of these motherfuckers went to Quantico. And a lot of these motherfuckers got real training. And a lot of these motherfuckers work for the government. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. I could absolutely use some Insure. Pull up to my Cash App. Somebody put my Cash App in the chat. 100% use some Insure. Pull up to my Cash App. I could use $200 worth of Insure. Matter of fact, make it $1,000. Mind, Body, and Soul said I wanted to wait until it was our time. I got the job. Thanks for the prayers. They offered me a management position. I bought for entry level. Salute. That's what it is. Definitely appreciate that. Now you're gonna at the Steelers spot, right? Yeah. Now you get to watch the game, or at least be at the game for free. You get to watch some of the game. You get to see the players. You don't never know what's gonna happen. Know what I'm saying? You wear that nice dress one day. Some of them players is single. I have no idea if you're married or not. If you are, I want to apologize to your husband. Yeah, there you go. Drop the Cash App in the chat. Yeah, the people that think I need Insure. Every single person that think that I'm skinny and I need to eat, they go my Cash App. You don't got to tell me about it. You can send me a large sum of money and then put the food that you think I need to buy with it. Boom. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy the food and then I'm going to put the shit on Instagram. But if you sending me $20 worth of food to go buy, as long as it ain't pork, I'm going to go buy the food. Well, I'm dead serious. I'm not even capping. I'm going to go buy the food and I'm going to put the shit on Instagram. Me shopping for the food and everything. I'm dead serious. You thinking I'm capping. I'm laughing over here because I'm so serious. All right? And just so we can be clear, I'll put substitutes for anything that I don't generally eat because it might have something in it that I just don't eat. You know what I'm saying? I buy the substitute. There you go. So you don't never have to tell me about food again. You can drop something in the Cash App and tell me what you're trying to put in my refrigerator. Got you? Copy. We on the same time. We on the same time. Let's go. Anybody that think that I'm not eating enough, unhealthy, anything. Also, I have a I can put it on the reels. I can put it on everything. That's content, motherfucker. You think I'm joking? I'm so serious. You think I'm joking? I'm so serious right now. So you don't have to tell me anything that you think that I need. Put it, send it on the and this is real talk. Send it. I got a Amazon store, an Amazon wish list. I'm gonna put it in the cat. I'm gonna put it in the start putting it in the description. I got an Amazon wish list. If you buy something off the Amazon wish list, I'll do an unpacking. Sebastian Tompkins in here. Shout out to Sebastian Tompkins. He says salute. Oh, I gotta put this on live chat. Oh yeah, I posted KC. Shout out to KC. I posted KC. I let y'all see. Shout out to KC. Yeah, that's a fact. I'm not even sure what the numbers it did. I'm not even sure what the numbers it did was. Let's go check. What the fuck? Oh, I didn't go to where it says reels. I'm an asshole. Yeah,
I spun the nigga around and I put the nigga in the full Nelson.
Hold on.
I spun the nigga around and I put the nigga in the full Nelson because once the shots was going off, the two niggas was over there that was down there, pulled out the hammer, and the nigga right. I spun the nigga around.
Yo, so right now you got 508. Right now I say 508 on you.
I spun the nigga.
It might be more than that though. Hold on. Let me go
Nigga
to the
around
insights.
and I put the nigga.
Cause that shit be wrong. Now you got 508 right now, homie. Salute. And you got 6 likes. Let's go. See, the numbers is wrong because it reached 523 accounts. So basically, almost every single account it reached watched. So that's dope. Boom.
I spun the nigga around.
Dude, I post people. If you don't want to get posted, I don't know what to tell you. This is Instagram. This isn't even YouTube. I'm going to post it on Instagram too. I'm going to post you on YouTube too. This is Instagram. This isn't even YouTube, homie. So I'm posting on Instagram. They go a couple thousand there. All 3 of those is a couple thousand. That one right there is 22,000. So, like, I told people I post people. That one right there is 15,000. So I tell people I post people. People just, I don't know. That one right there is 13,000. I tell people I post people. And all of the ones around them is like a couple thousand. So, I mean, I tell people I post people. You know, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. I only can tell you where the water is. I can't make you drink. My dude, look, on just so we can be clear, like, this is not cap. Basically, Reels on YouTube is Instagram posts. You do understand this, right? You do understand this? Reels on YouTube is basically Instagram posts. So, when people are saying that my Reels on YouTube is doing big, they basically saying that I'm one of the YouTube channels that's killing Instagram on YouTube. So that's what I mean by right here. I'm at 4.3 million, homie. So that's what I mean by, like, what are we really doing? You understand what I'm saying? With all due respect. With all due respect. Like, so what are we really doing? Like, are we just bashing me to be bashing me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Like, what are we really doing? We gonna, y'all, you really mad at me about some shit that happened 3 years ago? And you just, 10 years from now, you still gonna be mad? 15 years from now, you still gonna be mad at some shit that happened 3 years ago? Like, really? 20 years ago, you still gonna be from that? You think that's God's energy? You think that's God's energy? Like, for real. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So you talk about the big ATL rapper taking a stand. I'm not sure who the rapper is gonna be. Like I said before, I can't even say that I'm mad at them. We have to take a stance against the violence in our hoods. The thing is, in order to take a stance against the violence in our hoods, we have to take a stance against our loved ones. So what do we do? Do we allow our loved ones to kill our other loved ones, or do we take a stance against the violence in our hoods? Remember, inaction is also action. When you do nothing, you still make a decision. When you make no decision, you make a decision. So, what do we do? Or honestly, I'm not even capping. Like, what do we do? Like, what do we do? Remember, these guys aren't just killing each other. There's innocent people getting shot all the time. There's people just being terrorized, even the people that's not being shot. So what do we do? The real way to solve the problem is to bring resources. Until somebody brings resources, it's nothing going to happen. People love to say don't give anybody anything for free. People love to say don't help people when they're talking about people other than themselves. Nobody ever says don't help me. Nobody ever says don't give me resources. Nobody ever says don't look out for me. But they're real quick to say don't look out for other people. They're real quick to say don't give other people resources. You understand? So understand God's energy when you hear it. You understand? The reason why our life usually starts taking a downturn is because we start vibrating at a different frequency than the people around us. That's what happens. That's what happens with growth. Your frequency starts to change. You start vibrating at a different frequency. Your frequency changes. You know, you went from vibrating at a low frequency, your frequency starts to raise, but the people that's around you, their frequency don't go up. What's going to happen? They're going to put a lid on your jaw. So your frequency don't go too far above their frequency, and if it does, then you think you're better than them. If it does, then you're not humble. You want too much for yourself. Why do you want so much for yourself? Why do you believe you could do things that other people don't believe you could do? Be humble. We don't believe you could do that. Be humble. You can't believe you could do it either. Do you understand what people are telling you? That's why I say listen to your company that you keep. Because you'll be within a whole bunch of idiots. And you'll agree with some point that they're making about a thing. But you'll be in there agreeing with everything. Not even understanding that the agreement that you're making is more than just random conversation. This is also agreement with the Most High. I'm just saying. Deal with it however you want to deal with it. That was a fly. Yes, I did hit him. Yeah, agree with whatever you want to agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is. See, he ain't come back over here. He ain't come back over here. Hit that motherfucker. I wish I would have been thinking. I would have smacked him down to the ground instead of just pushed him out of the way. Wish I would have been thinking. I wasn't thinking. I was actually trying to respond to your comment. So when we're talking about these rappers, that what are they to do? Like, what are you to do if you want your community to really get better? Like, what can we do? So, I don't want niggas to be sending niggas to jail. But you gotta bring resources. And let's be perfectly honest. Before you bring resources, there has to be a certain level of... There's gonna be people that don't want resources brought to the place because it's gonna disturb their way of life. That's why they have to be the individuals that bring the resources. Like, this is what I mean. You're a drug dealer, let's say. Let's say you are a successful drug dealer. Let's say you are so successful that you have figured out a way to turn your dirty money into clean money. Why in the fuck are you still dealing drugs? You should be looking out for your people. And you should be trying to figure out a way to get all of them into making money, good money, complimentary money, and legal money. You should be trying to flip your niggas over, change the situation around. You should be trying to create an empire. Not a drug empire, but an empire that you could go on the fucking national television with and say, look at what we black people did. Look what we indigenous people did. Look what we Puerto Rican, Dominican, because everybody's on your team. But niggas don't think like that. Just that drug money look good. And the big bucks look good. And the yachts look good. And planes look good. Sometimes I don't go certain places because I don't want to be enamored in their lifestyle. It's cool to go places every once in a while, especially when it's for work. But there's just certain lifestyles that I don't want to have. I don't want to have the lifestyle of going to the club every night. It's just not for me. I'm going to be unhappy. Because most nights, all I ever want to do is just chill and hang out and relax. I like lounges. I prefer a lounge. Some nice, cool music in the background. Maybe a band. You know, maybe get poetry up there. Sipping wine, low light. You know, some couches and soft seating. Soft light. Like that type of shit. Where we don't have to talk at an elevated level in order to be able to convey our messages to one another. I prefer shit like that. I don't really like all of that dancing out. I like dancing, but I don't really like that club shit that much. It's not for me. It's not my energy. And I respect that. You understand? I'm not the strip club guy. Half of the time I'm in the strip club, I'm feeling pretty bad. I'm like, first of all, if I'm single, I'm like, and I'm single. And then if I'm with somebody, I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? I got somebody, I want to go home because I'm going to be thinking I'm going to want to have sex, so I'm going to want to go home. And if I'm there and I'm single and I'm like, I can't, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I want to have a family. I'm in a fucking strip club. It's just not for me. But it's not a knock though. I love going there for work. I think I get great content for work. And some of the dopest people I've met were strippers. Just keeping it a stack with you. That's a fact. It's a whole factual statement. Some of the dopest people I met were strippers. You just... People that been through a lot of bullshit really, really, really want to be your friend. Sometimes. But they've been through a lot of bullshit. So they also don't want the problems. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to explain, but some of the dopest people I've met were strippers. That's a fact. So no, I'm in no way trying to speak down on anybody. shit, I used to travel America having sex with women or then living damn there. So I can't tell anybody nothing about nothing. I'm just keeping it stacked with you. I can't tell nobody nothing about nothing. We all got our shit we did. We all got our past. It's the energy that we're trying to cultivate right now, what we're trying to do right now. You understand? Like, nobody trying to get you to live in the past is your friend. I'm going to say this again. Nobody trying to get you to live in the past is your friend. Your friend is trying to get you to live in the present. Alright? We want to live in the present. We want to live in the now. We don't want to live in the past. And we don't want to live in the future. We want to live in the now. So, anybody that's bringing up your past, they're not for your benefit. If you're talking to somebody and they're bringing up somebody else's past, be mindful where they're at. You understand what I'm saying? The same people are going to bring up your past. The same people that's telling you have to be bad to that person or even good to that person for some shit that they did, not because of the person that they is. You treat people depending on the person that they are. Not because of the deeds in which they've done, but by the manner in which they've done the deeds. So, you know how people say the enemy of your enemy is your friend? Well, okay. But if we go with that logic, you could have 3 different entities that keep a symbiotic relationship of destroying each other. Whereas if one of them just steps out, it destroys that cycle. But while all of them stay in this conversation, in this, I don't know what you want to call it, petri dish of destruction, it's going to keep perpetuating the same thing. Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we have to figure out how we're going to not be caught in those type of cycles. And that's what happens to a lot of us. And that's why whenever people that be trying to hate on me try to contact me about a beef that they have with somebody else that was trying to hate on me, I don't want to hear it. That's integrity. Anything else y'all want to talk about and discuss? I gotta go buy some mops. I need to do some mopping. I gotta buy new mops. My mops is busted, so I gotta go buy some new mops. Mopping is like one of my favorite things to do. Also, I haven't been mopping enough lately. I love mopping. I don't know why. I guess because before you mop a room, you have to clean the room. And the mopping is like, to me, the finishing touches to a job well done. An outside live. I can't do an outside live today. There's a reason why I can't do a live. Contact me on Instagram, on my DMs, and I'll work on something if there's something that you want me to do, and we could work on it today. And if it's outside content, I'll create some outside content. I do have a plan for something. That's another reason why I just need a person that I gotta find somebody that just want to hang out with me. Because I be needing somebody with to hold the camera and shit like that. Like I be coming up with like dope ideas, but I be by myself. And so I don't do the idea. I keep thinking of new ideas. And like I have a really bad habit of that. You understand what I'm saying? Like y'all see me do it here sometimes. Like I'll think of a dope idea and then I think of another idea, then another idea, then another idea, then another idea. I gotta start thinking of the idea and doing the damn idea. Not just hit my DM so I could explain. I don't want nobody don't gotta pay for anything, but what I'm saying is that we need resources over here, and I don't want your resources to go to anything except for creating more content. So by you saying how much does it cost to get a thing done, that's an easy way for me to convey that I need the money for the resources. I'm not trying to get you to send me money for me to go fucking do this or go do other random shit. Like the way that we do the BBN is you dudes usually donate and do drops and then I spend that money on the fucking product. And that's the way we've always done it. But what happened was when we was on the run, when we was in the hotels, I had to start using that money for different things. And that allowed for people to try to say that I'm using the shit for a thing other than what I'm using it for. But that's always what we've always been using it for. Remember, I used to do unboxings all the time. Motherfuckers used to go send money in for us to go buy Jordans. Remember? And this is not cap. Y'all used to send money in, and I used to go all over New York City. Y'all act like that didn't happen. And the only thing that changed was I started living in a hotel, and I was paying like $300 damn near. I was paying like $250 a night. That's the only thing that changed. That's it. Now we're back to a point where we can start going back to the way it used to be. So it's whenever you guys are ready. And that's what I keep saying. I literally used almost all of the money before. Remember, we used to do unboxings. This is not cap. Remember? I used to go live while we used to go to the shopping and do the shopping live on Instagram. Do y'all remember? I'm hoping that y'all remember because this is shit that happened. Free Mac Minister. I have no idea who Mac Minister is, but Free Mac Minister. I have no idea who he is, so I hope I'm not saying free somebody that did some really horrible shit. But that's always how it's been. Alright? So it's whatever you niggas want to do. I don't want to get into that and shit and talk about that shit, but it's whatever y'all guys want to do. That's the way it's always been, man. It's just I was living in a hotel paying $250 a night. I didn't have extra money to go out and do what we do. I just didn't have it. So I don't know what to tell you. I was paying that much for about two to 3 months, and then it went down, and then I was paying less. But I was paying that much for like 2 to 3 months. Like, what the fuck, yo? That went through all of my savings and everything. Well, like, so that's what I mean by when niggas try to say I'm irresponsible. That shit dried up my savings. What you want me to do? I was living in a hotel for like a year and a half. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, niggas don't ever see that you was in a bad situation and say he made some decisions because he was in a fucked up situation. Niggas just want to say he made some decisions because that's the person that he is, not because his back was against the wall and he had no choice. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how you understand who your tribe is. Your tribe is going to understand you made some decisions that you had no choice but to make. Your tribe is going to understand you was under immense pressure and stress, and you were probably, your psyche was just under so much turmoil and torment. See, people that have empathy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about sympathy, I'm talking about empathy. What people try to tell you is that when you feel empathetic, you're actually being sympathetic, and having sympathy is allegedly bad when it's not. Like, that's not bad neither. How can you tell somebody to be humble but also don't be sympathetic? Like, that doesn't make sense. But they also gonna say be humble. They're gonna tell you to be humble and then tell that person don't have sympathy. How? You're going to tell you to be humble, but not tell that other person to be humble? They're going to tell you to be sympathetic, but tell that other person don't be sympathetic? You get it? So that's why I be like, what the fuck? I don't want to hold y'all too long. Anything else y'all want to talk about? And we got a little ways before we could do lives outside. There's an issue. I'm just going to leave it at that. But we got a little ways, and I'm going to try to rectify it. I guess there's places we could do lives at. There's places we could do lives at. Man, I just realized something. I don't know who Mac Minister is. I have no idea. Now I'm just reading that this dude's name is Jay. So Mac Minister is probably not somebody I should be saying free to. I have no idea who that guy is. I don't want to hold y'all. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I do want to get to do that I need to get to do today. Is there anything else y'all want to discuss? Give me a second. I don't want to hold y'all. Okay. I hope everybody has a beautiful day today. Go out there, do something positive in the world, man. It's like, I know a lot of y'all, there's a lot of people out there that think the world is all about doing shit to other people that make them laugh. But, you know, the world is also could be about doing shit that make people happy. You know, people other than just yourself. The world could be about just doing shit to put smiles on other people's faces sometimes too. The world don't always got to be about, you know, what you want to do. The world could also be about what you can do, not just what you want to do. You know, we can do. We can be nice to one another a little sometimes, right? You know what else we can do? We can be, you know, understanding, a little empathetic, at least a little some of the time. Right? We can be, right? Imagine a motherfucker seeing somebody homeless, starving, and then getting mad at them for stealing a sandwich to eat. Imagine somebody seeing somebody homeless on the street and then getting upset at them because it's a torrential rainstorm and they're hiding under a fucking awning trying to stay dry. So sometimes we gotta understand, we be literally out here it's not about how savage you are. Everybody want to be a tough guy gangster. In reality, most people want to be the hero. In reality. The problem is, be careful about who you demonize. In reality, most people want to be the hero. Most people is out here looking for something to fight for. But they're not really looking for something to fight for. They really just looking for something to fight against. Don't be that person. Especially if you black, our spirit and our soul. If you got melanin in you, not even that. It's just some of us, independent of whatever their fucking demographic is. If you got that shit in you that make you want to just fight, you understand what I'm saying? But the problem is, people ain't finding anything good to fight for. They just looking for shit to fight with. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna show you some shit that happened in my. I'm gonna read this to you real quick. This happened on Instagram. I wish I could show y'all the shit more clear. I really do, but I can't because it's not gonna show up on the screen. I'm gonna show you some interaction I had with this idiot on Instagram real quick, if I could pull it up. Okay, boom. This is how narcissists act. This is narcissist. I'm going to play the video first.
To my colleagues who say that if we expand the court, Republicans may do it back, at some indeterminate time in the future. Understand that the nightmare scenario of GOP court packing is already upon us. That's how they got this far-right 6-3 majority in the first place. Following the death of Antonin Scalia, Mitch McConnell and his Republican allies in the Senate left open Merrick Garland's seat for 14 months. And then they went back on their non-existent rule that they invented for cynical purposes to rush through the confirmation of Amy Coney Barrett as a presidential election was already underway and as millions of votes had already been counted.
Okay, so I commented this. History is important. The Confederate Army was the Democratic Party. Like, that's common knowledge. So why is there anything else you don't know anything about? Wait, so why is there anything else you don't know anything about you would like to discuss? So somebody dropped the, they put that in the middle of my comment. I don't know why. So the dude says, you may want to take a history because you definitely didn't complete the course. Let me explain something to y'all. The Democrats was the South. The Confederates were the Democrats. Realistically speaking, they have not changed positions. The North was the Republicans. The North was conservative. The part that they leave out, why everybody is so confused and fucked up, is everyone had slaves. They try to make it seem like if you was North, you didn't have slaves. Everyone had slaves. If you did not want to be a slave, you had to be in Canada or Mexico. Black people had slaves. Everyone had slaves. Do you understand this? They leave that part out because by leaving that part out, they make it so that there's a lot of discrepancies that could be mixed up in there. That's why I try to explain to people, yo, look, when y'all talking about Republicans and Democrats, do y'all really know what y'all talking about? Y'all really know what y'all talking about? No, you don't, right? You're just talking about Republicans and Democrats because one party hates black people, the other party loves black people. No, one party uses black people and the other party doesn't. Anyway, so yeah, I took U.S. history. I'm clear with that. So then he says, hold on. Yes, and so I said, yes, the Democrats were the South. What the hell? How do you not know this? Lincoln was a Republican. Sheesh. And then he says, I'm about to give you a quick history lesson real quick. I'm driving now. Wait till I get home. And then I said, sure, let's stick to the subject. People love to make points that don't apply. I'm saying that the Democrats were Confederates. Your comment should contest that point. If not, I'm going to assume you already know I'm right. And this is only one of those, I'm black, so I have to pretend the Democrats are our allies. And then I put comments and commas, and I put no government party is our ally. Then somebody else decides to get involved and said, the party's stance changed around the turn of the century. No, it didn't. You don't know what you're talking about. And also around the Roosevelt era, essentially, as big business came into play. Okay, once again, you don't know what you're talking about. You probably know that. He don't know what he's talking about. The party's stances never changed. Go look up what Dr. Martin Luther King was. Go look up what party he was as I continue to read. Just to show you. People just talk. They don't never know what they're talking about. The Democrats of today are definitely not the Democrats of a century ago. The Republicans of recent years are not even the same. Liz Cheney is the one who makes that clear. And Trump-era Republicans are showing to be amoral and hateful and greedy. Please don't use the tired Civil War Democrat as a rebuttal. And then I said, did their mission change? Their mission did not change. He says, I am asking because I don't see them doing anything for black people except tell black women they don't need black men to be strong. Literally. That is the Republican Party's biggest stance. Black women do not need black men. And the Democratic Party biggest stance is that they tell black women they don't need black men, and to be strong. So in any moment of weakness where you're like, oh man, I love our men. No, let me be strong because we don't need them. So that's the Republic. That's the Democratic Party to me. That's how I see them, just so we can be clear. Just pay attention to everything that they push. It seems like the only black men that they really fuck with is the LGBTQ community. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that does seem like the only ones that they fuck with. Tell me where I'm wrong. Did they hire any black men to work in White House? They hired a whole bunch of black people, a ton of minorities to work in that White House. I think they were all minority women, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I think they were all minority women, right? See, that's what I mean by people just say shit. They don't even know what they're talking about. And then I don't want to have these long-ass conversations. So to them, I'm not respecting their position. Because this is all of the stuff, and they're going to have a whole bunch of shit they be talking about how I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm saying the shit that's factual. Hold on. So then I said, do you even know why there's a war? Wait, hold on. And then I said, black women don't need to be black men to be strong. While they play to keep white families together. At the same time, everything that they put out in the media is to keep white families together. Right? Tell me where I'm wrong. They're always talking about family when they talk about white people, and then they show the mother and the father. But when they talking about family and they talking about black people, they show the woman and the kids. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. Like, this is everywhere. It's propaganda. Anyway, then I said, do you even know why there was a war, the Civil War? Then I gave him a little history. As this current president did anything. Then I said, as the current president did anything for blacks. Because he has been helpful to the Ukraine immigrants. He's helpful to the LGBTQ community, women in general, which I am good with. Why are black men not considered? I know you will say a lot of changes that allegedly are for black people, but remember, he signed papers that will help every other demographic independently. But whenever they say they're helping blacks, everyone is included. I might not be the first you want to have this. I might not be the first person you want to have this conversation with. And then I said, more importantly, your comment is saying that I'm correct. Who taught you to debate? Oh, the dude dropped the comment, then he dubbed the comment. He said, yo, you just want to debate. You're not here to listen or grasp, just to respond. But you deleted your comment though, homeboy. You missed my whole point leading to current day. You seem to be embracing Republicans. So this is a wasted breath. Why can't we embrace a Republican? So just because somebody's a Republican, we supposed to be against everything that they doing? Is that what you're telling me? But you're a black person and you don't think racism is good. Right? You're against racism. But you also think that anytime a Republican speaks, no matter what they're saying, we're not supposed to embrace it and we're supposed to be against it. But at the same time, you also are against racism, correct? All right, copy. I got you. Anyway, then he says, dude, you replied to my comment. And he called me and said, I just want to debate. I said, narcissist much? He said, a reply is not a debate. You definitely like to hear your own ramblings. Who's the narcissist? And then I said, and me replying to my comment, clarifying myself, is absolutely not a debate. How the fuck? What the fuck? The dude said me commenting back. I made a comment. He came in and said something that took my comment out of context. I put my comment into context. And then he said that I just want to debate. So I said, who's a narcissist? So I said, narcissist much? That's like when people come in here and I say something, and then people come in here and they say the opposite of what I say, and then they say I'm trying to argue with them. How? You could have said nothing. You know, since I am clarifying my initial comment, and then I said, and me replying to your comment, clarifying myself is absolutely not a debate. You know, since I'm clarifying my initial comment, tons of laughs in there. Then I said, you narcissist, man. Then he said, just a deflection of your reflection, shaking my head. And then I said, how are you going to reply to my comment and pretend that I'm doing something wrong by clarifying my position? You're a narcissist. What the fuck, yo? And yeah, people don't know nothing about history. People are terrible. They don't. Like, this is fucking history, man. Like, how are you gonna be out here talking about Black Power and you don't even know nothing about American history? Fuck Black history, American history. You don't know nothing about American history. Nothing. But you on here talking about Black Power. You on here talking about you oppressed. You don't even know what you talking about. You don't even know the fucking how you oppressed. You just know that other nigga said he oppressed. We all oppressed. We all? Fuck that, I'm oppressed too. Go do some research. Find out why you oppressed. So when you speak, you can make sense. Civil War was not over black people trying to free the fucking slaves. It was over a banking system. You ever heard of the Bilderbergs? That's a whole nother conversation. So go do research. You know, the research they say that I don't do, even though I almost always know what the fuck I'm talking about, it seems. Even if I'm right or wrong, I'm somewhere in the vicinity of the fucking conversation. But I do know research and I know nothing. See, when they were watching me trying to figure out how I was doing what I was doing, I wasn't doing nothing because I didn't want them to know what I was doing. That's all. Y'all niggas couldn't fucking steal my sauce. Y'all couldn't figure out how I do what I do. And now you mad. So y'all tell everybody that I don't do nothing. Because you can't figure out how I do it. It wasn't for you. Maybe God really is doing something. And that's how I do what I do. You never thought about that. You never considered that. You just keep thinking I'm doing some trick. You never considered maybe God got his hand on my shoulder. He guided me. You never considered that. You never considered that. How do my money keep going down but my situation keep going up? That's God saying you don't need them niggas. I got you. But let's see who fuck with you and who don't. That's all that is. That's God saying you don't need them niggas. I got you. Let's take you down into the muck. Let's take you real low so you can see who your real friends is. Because I'm about to put you in a seat. And it's going to be too bright for most of them to be able to see up there. Explain that to yourself. How come no matter what motherfuckers do to me, I don't drown? How come no matter what the fuck happens, my situation keeps getting better? All praises to the Most High. I used to, I got the Bible on my phone now. I used to put my shows together around biblical themes. That's when I had my shit together. When I had in my studio. And I had all the shit where it needed to be. Where I'm doing my show and I can look up and see my reference points. I had everything where it needed to be. And that's why the show used to be lit. I just couldn't figure out how to do what I do. Maybe it's just God given. Maybe God is looking out for me. Maybe you're not the hero. Maybe you're the villain. You ever considered that? Ever took that into consideration? You didn't even consider that, did you? Not even a little bit. I'm gonna explain something. When you watch a movie and the heroes get together, are they plotting and planning, or are they setting up how do you say, a defense? They're usually trying to figure out how to reverse something or defend something, right? But when you're watching a movie and they got the villains, those dudes are usually trying to get revenge, hold somebody accountable, karma. Tell me what a lie. That being said, we're gonna get up out of here, but that's just because I got shit to do today. And chat's kind of quiet. I'm pretty sure all y'all have no. What up, Silver Fox Mills, Ruby House? This is congratulations, Mom, Body, and Soul. Yeah, she got a new position. You're right. The flimsy black employee at my job is their favorite employee. I don't understand that. Now I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna get some stuff done. I gotta run to go get me some. I gotta get some mops. And I guess eat some lunch. And I got a ton of stuff I gotta get to do today. If anybody wants, I'm just reposting regular people that I'm gonna repost. You're gonna get some reposts out today. If anybody want to get a repost out today, hit me up. Other than that, I'm just gonna be reposting generally the people that we repost on our page. I don't like. See, there's a thing that we're gonna be doing that our Instagram is gonna look like in the future. I'm planning it out now. There's a way that our Instagram is gonna look in the future, and there's a way that our YouTube is gonna look in the future. There's a specific design it's gonna have, right? And as you see, our iterations of the way that we change the way our format and everything changes. So we're about to go through a new, not really rebranding, or sometimes I do shit and I change it and it's like really little and tiny and it's not really meant to be noticed. You understand what I'm saying? It's not meant to be noticed. It's some shit that after you've done seen it like maybe the 40th or 50th time, then you see an old video, you'll be like, oh shit, he changed it. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't meant to be noticed. And then I change things that is specifically meant to have a different effect, and I play with things sometimes to see what I like. I'm expecting that we're going to be having very slight changes to a couple of different medias that we put out. But once again, like I said, the only reason why those changes haven't taken effect yet is because I'm going to need to get a couple of upgrades over here about some shit. But with that being said, yo, look, I love y'all. Everybody have a beautiful day. Go out there, do something productive. Go do something positive. I appreciate everybody that showed up today. I appreciate everybody that showed up last night. Go do something positive. Go do something productive. We want to create an atmosphere of love. We want to create an atmosphere of acceptance and appreciation. So let's, we don't always have to be the toughest person in the room. I used to think that I had to be when I was younger. I was a very difficult individual back then. I jumped at everything. Like, you don't understand. Like, everything was go time. It had to be difficult. At times. Honestly. So I say all that to say, we can't have that type of energy. We have to be, something is going on in the world right now. I can't tell you what it is, but something is going on. And I was having a conversation about something last night, and I'm going to bring it up again today because I really want you to understand this. The sun is not hot. Copy? The sun is shooting out radiation. That's why space isn't on fire. It's radiation. When the radiation from the sun hits our atmosphere, it's turned into light and heat. probably some other shit. And it creates vitamin D. So the radiation through the sun. Hold on. Hello?
Hey, this is Sean.
Hold on. How can I help you? Yes. Okay, so this time of day, I'm doing my podcast. You called me during my podcast twice. I was trying to explain this to you the other day, no disrespect. But I'm shooting my podcast right now. There is no point during this time of the day that you call me any day of the week that I'm going to be able to have this conversation. So it's not that I don't want to have the conversation. You get where I'm coming from? So I would like for you to call me back. It's just this time of day isn't the best time of day. It's the same time of day though. It's the same time of day, homie. Oh shit! I missed your call after 5. I apologize. It's just I apologize. Look, my brother, you're the best. You're the best. I appreciate you very much. I'm gonna need for you to call me back at a different time, and I do want to have this conversation with you. So this is not for naught. Enjoy your day, my brother. Stay blessed. So I got one of them fucking app telephone numbers now. Shout out to Susan Bortspadale with the $5 drop. She said 5 fingers for the haters. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Susan Bortspadale pulls up into the saloon. As she comes in, everybody says it smells like lavender and strawberries. You know what? I'm going to eat something with strawberries in it today. It smells like lavender and strawberries. As she sauntails in, every single person turns around. There's only like 3 people in there. It's in the morning. 2 of the motherfuckers is drunk. Every single person that's awake turns around, points and stumbles, and says, Susan. Susan. Because of the gravitiness in their voices, and because most of them have been up for at least 12 hours straight, drinking and boozing with the ladies. They sound like zombies. Susan Bortspadale walks up to the bartender. He says, how you doing there, beautiful lady? She says, fine. He says, I could tell. She then pours her a bottle of champagne and tops it off with some OJ. Shout out to Susan Bortspadale pulling up in the saloon. She says, where's the don't get bags? The fuck? So you know how they be having like commercial ads on shit? And I thought somebody was texting me. I was like, what the fuck? I don't even know that person. No, it's not. You guys is trying to get me to pay for a thing to go find a thing out. These assholes just hit me up. Huh? I put my phone in the refrigerator because you know my phone gets super hot. And then as soon as I did, I gotta go get it. So salute to that. It's not a complaint. I realize a lot of the shit I say sound like complaints because I speak extremely sarcastically. But a lot of times I just speak really sarcastically, so a lot of the shit that I say sound like complaints. I just be being sarcastic some of the times, to be honest with you. Shout out to Tato Mills with the dub drop. He says, for the man Jack, good day. It's good day today. Good day, it's good day. Good day, it's. Okay, I'm not gonna. Y'all see this shit? This motherfucker trying to break my brain. Tato Mills pulls up into the saloon. As he comes in, he walks through the door. He goes like this. The ladies all go, ah! They all the ladies, all orgasm, all at the same time. They all climax all at the same time, just from watching him walk into the saloon, raising his arms. Only the ladies that work there, all the other ladies like Susan Bortzfordale, they're paying him no mind. They're just, hey, he's here. Tato Mills walks into the saloon. He's walking into the saloon. He's doing the walk like, what's this dude's name? What's this nigga name? Shawn Michaels. He's doing the Shawn Michaels walk. He's sexy. He's doing the Shawn Michaels walking to the saloon. That's Shawn Michaels that used to do that stupid shit, right? He walks into the saloon. He walks up to the bartender. He says, bartender, I'm about to go upstairs. He said, how many ladies is here this morning? Bartender says, we got 15 that's here this morning. We got 10 that still sleep. He looked at him. He said, I'm going to need you to wake those 10 up that still sleep. And I'm going to need you to have the other 15. Meet me in the master bedroom. 5 minutes. 3 bottles of wine, 2 cartons of cigarettes, and bring up a blueberry muffin. Shout out to Tato Mills. He said he's going to do all of the things with all of the ladies. Wake him up. That was unexpected. Wake him up. All the things. I don't know. I feel like going and collecting some content today. I gotta go call this shit. Apparently Amazon sent me $30. So shout out to that shit. I gotta go do the e-card thing. I'm gonna use that e-card thing and try to get a cooling system for this computer over here. And then maybe we could try to get the lives to work. Right? Boom. Let's go. Resources. I had that shit for a minute too. That goes to show you I'm not a greedy nigga. Like I had this shit for a minute and I didn't even do nothing. That's why I need a girlfriend. Like I be having shit like this and then I don't do nothing with it because I be so distracted doing other shit that don't make no sense. So that's why. Good stuff. We have the saloon, man, but don't nobody do drops, so we can't never do the saloon. I don't know what to tell you. Don't know, yeah, nobody do drops, so we don't do the saloon. We have the dopest club in fucking YouTube. People be mad at me. They be like, niggas pay for a club that don't exist. I said, yeah. I said, the club is up here. It don't exist. It's in our imagination. You understand what I'm saying? I invite people into my imagination. People pay to come into a club that does not exist. You pay to watch a movie of a place that don't exist, right? You pay for streaming services to watch a series that don't really exist. It's whether you're entertained or not. That's all that matters. It don't matter if the thing is real. It don't matter if the thing it's real if you believe it's real. It's entertainment. If I could do this, create something like the saloon, imagine what I could do if I had resources. That's the part they leave out when they try to say, fuck Jack, get Jack out of the internet. That's the part that they leave out. This nigga could be creating nothing. Be creating something out of nothing. That's the part that they leave out. The value. Somebody said that to me once and I never thought about that. They was like, yo, Jack, you got a club that don't even exist that niggas want to come to and play and come in. And yeah. Tato says, who's next? That people want to pay and come in. Don't nobody Nobody else got that. Just us. That's not just a privilege for me. That's a privilege for you. I created something that only you niggas have. Nobody else in the whole entire world has it. Nobody else. Just you niggas. Nobody else. It's literally something that exists nowhere else. I can't be proud of that. Like, I can't appreciate that. It's not even being proud. I can't appreciate that. That I created something for our community that no one else on the planet, as far as we know, have the ability, the charisma, or the confidence. You know how much confidence it even takes to create some shit like that? I mean, saloons exist. I'm saying on the internet, on an actual YouTube channel, this shit don't exist. Shout out to Jody Spencer. Any other YouTube channel doing this shit? Any other content creators doing this shit? I'm supposed to create content that you guys like. People like the saloon. Why do you think the haters don't want you to do drops? Because as long as y'all do drops and I do the saloon, you guys are going to be entertained. That's usually the way that we used to end the shows before. Where the cap at? That's a fact though, isn't it? Remember when we used to do the drops early in the show and I used to say, could we wait and do the drops towards the end of the show? And that's where we started ending the show with the drops. What up, Lauren Leese? In the show with the saloon, we do our work and then at the end of the show we have fun and we hang out with each other and laugh and joke. That's why I say I prefer when we could set up a date to do it. So we could just have fun. But we can't do that because then people are going to say that's me trying to force people to do donations. So I don't know what to say. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to force nobody to do donations. There's people that actually want to go to the saloon. I'm just telling you when it's the best time to do it. That's it. So I don't know what to do. So, if you just gonna believe the people, if the people that don't like me could say anything and people are just gonna then go with it, like, what could I do? I could just, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say these shows don't even matter. I literally just do these shows because I like getting on here and talking to some of y'all. That's it. If it wasn't that I like talking to some of y'all every single day, I would not do the shows. I don't make money doing these shows. If anything, these shows stop me from making money because I could be trying to make videos right now. My computer's broke. It takes me like 3 hours to make one video. And that's not even cap. It's not even cap. Yeah, see me try to go live and I go live for about 5 or 6 minutes and the computer cut off. It's not even cap. I'm trying to tell you. I think I'm gonna listen to music today when I walk outside. I haven't been listening to music lately. Inside the house, not outside. I don't listen to music outside. Somebody just said they ain't pull up to the saloon since June. Well, you could pull up right now, motherfucker. Yes, it's like our own little series. We got our own television show. It's like our own show. Like, that's the part. Like, I'm literally, this is why I keep trying to tell you, I want to write television. This is literally our own television show. It's literally what it is. Like, so I don't know how creative I have to be. I'm literally being more creative than anyone else. And people are saying I'm not enough. I'm still not enough when I'm doing shit that ain't nobody else doing. So you don't understand. Like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. You understand? So I'm just doing whatever. Anytime I think of something that's a great idea that nobody else can think of, people are going to say I'm scamming. So that means that any good idea I come up with is a waste of time. So I gotta wait until I'm in a good position to show y'all half of the things that I think it. You know how many dope ass ideas I have right now, but I can't tell nobody until I start doing better. So it is what it is. Because if I say it now, people gonna say I'm scamming. So I can't tell nobody about it. Which is a shame because other people might be able to benefit from it, but you know, fuck it. I'm not saying they would. I wouldn't know, but I'm saying, you know, you don't never know. You don't never know what you know could help somebody else. I do want to get to some stuff though. I got a ton of stuff that I need to do. I am gonna let y'all go. I stayed on a little bit longer because Tato Mills pulled up to the Cash App. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. When we at the end of the show and y'all do start dropping money, I feel like I have an obligation to stay. I'm just keeping it this side. So when we at the end of the show and Cash App start coming, unless I have to get off, I be feeling like I got an obligation to stay. So we stay for a little bit longer. I'm gonna let y'all go. Look, everybody, just enjoy your day. Go do something productive. Go do something useful. Make the best out of your moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? You understand what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit. Like, what are you doing? We all got responsibilities, right? We all got responsibilities. We all need shit we gotta do. What are you doing? Is your day predicated towards the things that you're trying to stop other people from doing, or is your day predicated towards the accomplishments that you're trying to help other people get to? You know, what is your day predicated on? What kind of energy are you putting out? You trying to put out God's energy, or you trying to put out your own machinations? Our own thoughts is usually just Satan whispering in our ears. So what are you trying to put out? This internet is going to help a lot of people go to hell faster. But I don't think that's what it's for. I think it's just for us to understand why people are going to go there. Because people are actively not working towards going to heaven. We all slip, we all fall, we all make mistakes, we all mess up. If I made a mistake 2 years ago and you still talking on a mistake I made 2 years ago, that's Satan's energy. I'm not talking about I did something evil like killed somebody. I'm talking about a mistake, like I said something and it hurt your feelings. Now this is 2 years later and you still got a bone to pick with me. What the fuck is you talking about? The same people are going to say I act childish. It's hard not to look like you're acting childish when you're dealing with children. That being said, I think I'm going to get some apple juice. I could go for some apple juice. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Ballers, let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. That's all I got in this one.